is up? Today I'm gonna tell you something about my boy Brett here. This is my son Brett. He's the same guy who just whooped my butt in the gym today, and now we're even. I guess I'll tell that story later. The journey begins. This guy has himself a 2024 SK 1000 RR. Yes, it's a 1000cc bike, and this is 1103 cc's, but there's a reason for that, and there's a reason why we went ahead and went for the big bikes, and that's because he's been racing kart since he's been 8 years old, and he's had the legit need for speed since he's been a kid. He's always wanted to go fast, and you know, I gave him the opportunity, and we had him in tag karts at 8 years old, and we had him in a shifter kart, 11 years old, competing. We both competed in the Rock Cup, SCUSA tag events with AKT racing team. Shout out to Gonzalo, you're the man, my man. And everyone's gonna be like, hey, dude, why are you putting him on a 1000cc bike? But you know something? If I didn't do this in 3 months from now, he's gonna go from the 700, 750, whatever, to this is the bike he wanted, and you know, he can handle it. And he's gonna be able to handle it. He's gonna be driving around a neighborhood. I'll have everything set up that's gonna mimic any kind of slow speed, you know, handling this bike. If you can handle this bike in slow speed, you're gonna handle everything. But I'm gonna go through that whole process. He's not gonna ride on the streets until he rides with me. And that's where he's gonna learn the street aspect of it, the situational awareness. The bike itself, this man will handle it. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way, but I know he did. I threw him in a shifter cart at 11 years old. This whole story, this whole getting back into bikes, actually began with this guy, my son. He approached me and said, Dad, you know what? I've always wanted a bike. And mad respect for him not going out and just buying one. This guy's the one that's gonna drop some serious.
Yeah? Is your reaction time fast?
No, he hasn't done it yet. He's been racing karts.
Yeah, yeah.
Shifter karts.
That's how it starts. That's how all the Formula One guys.
This guy came in here, he could have gone out and bought anything he wanted.
Yeah.
He's a grown man.
Yeah, yeah.
He came to me and said, Dad, I want a bike.
Nice.
And I know, you know.
Yeah, I ride with my sons.
Once you have it, you
Yep.
have it. So I debated about it. I looked at the R7, I'm like, it's too small.
Yeah.
Either way, once he did this, I'm like, I'm going to get, before you go on the street, I'm getting a bike. He's been riding inside of our closed neighborhood with a gate. There's no cars around. And he's been practicing with cones, first, second, third gear, stopping from 40, 50 miles an hour. Turn the DTC off, you know, he's getting used to doing some stoppies. I mean, he's getting to the point where he's actually getting very comfortable with the bike, which I suggest everyone do if they're going to, whatever size bike you get, is to actually practice in a closed area where you can go slow. Because being able to maneuver the bike and feeling comfortable at a very slow speed is going to stop you from from dropping it by grabbing the front brake and going really slow. Let me tell you a little story. First day, I got home with the SK 1000 RR, and I give the keys to my boy over here. I say, hey, I bet you a steak dinner says you dropped this bike the first 2 minutes. And what does the man say? The man says nothing. But the first 2 minutes, he was down at the cul-de-sac picking up a 400-pound bike. What happened? Let's zoom in right here. Now I do admit he did save it. That's relatively saved, but he owes me a steak dinner. So what I do? I think I'll give him a double or nothing. We go to jiu-jitsu right now, and if he taps me out or puts me to sleep, which he's not putting me to sleep, he's not allowed to put, you know, nappers, and then we're even. Is that a deal? Deal. What?
Pretty easy.
It'll be. What's going to be pretty easy?
You telling me that you're gonna put me to sleep, or are you gonna tap me out?
I'll tap you out.
I ain't tapping my old ass out. Ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna stand up with him. That's a fact. We're even. Holy, man's got me. I'm toast. Film yourself too. You're tired too, man. But you got me. We're even.
Yeah.
Woo! Let's go riding. Let's go freaking riding. Leave me hanging, my brother. All right. This is the first time he's been out of second gear. I love it. He's having a blast. It's definitely a good bike, but he is definitely a natural. He's handling the bike very, very well. He knows trail braking. He knows everything with the exception of the street part. We're in a park right now that's completely closed off, and he's probably got the second gear for the first time. He's going to be coming up here in about a minute. He's doing awesome. He's getting much more comfortable. He comes right now. Oh, I missed this. My first bike, I remember it like it was yesterday. That's very comfortably, Sam. This is what you learn when you actually drive in first gear, second gear, around the neighborhood in a closed course with no cars around, just feeling the bike. You get a third? Feels good, doesn't it? You're you're really comfortable looking, which is, you feel comfortable, yeah? We're gonna wait till we get on the street, but good looking bike, man. Once you get the bike in you, you never get it out. I mean, look at my old, especially sport bikes. I've had sport bikes all my life. See, that's the most common spot to drop it, as a low speed turn like that. And he's handling it real well. You know, the shifter kart thing I keep bringing up, I know it's 4 wheels. That is one of the reasons why he's definitely ready, especially when a racing scenario. He's on a track with 20 other 11-year-old kids who can drive. They're good. I mean, if you're not bumping, you're not racing. I'll show you a video where he comes back with the tie bars all bent up and he's finished the race. He knows how to look through corners, which is hugely important, and that becomes a street too. Where you look is where you're gonna drive. And I taught him that at 8 years old. I mean, he goes hard braking, he'll look through the apex at the exit. That correlates to the street.
It really does. And that's one of the reasons why I went ahead and we got the 2000cc bikes, because he's ready for it. Next video, we are gonna take both bikes out for a long drive. We'll probably go to Disney, I think. We're going to Disney World. There's actually some nice roads out there. And that'll be the next ride. We're gonna go out riding. It's gonna be a blast. And that's the next step. We're riding together before he gets released solo. He can go release solo anytime he wants, but I know he respects me, the fact that he's gonna learn a lot just by leading follows. I'm looking forward to it. This is just the beginning of I think some really cool content. I really do. Because we're gonna go riding all over the place. And then we'll do some bike nights and do that kind of scene. I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long time since I've done that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.